dudes, it's Demi, and today I am back at Universal's Endless Summer Surfside Inn Suites. Today I'm going to give you a full tour of what a 2-bedroom suite looks like. I did a full tour of this resort with a standard room, and I will link it for you here and put it in the description below. So go take a look at that if you want a full tour. I also did a tour of the 2-bedroom suite over at Dockside Inn, and I will also link that for you here and put it in the description below. I also have a full tour of that resort too, and I will also link it for you as well. So much to look at, but here we're looking at that 2-bedroom suite, and I will talk to you about all of the amenities, all the benefits of staying here. We're going to also look at some of the not so great stuff about that suite as well. But let's go upstairs, let's go see the room, and let's go get into some hijinks. We are going to head to Tower 1 because our room is 1145. So I was given a first floor room. I did not request one. I guess I could maybe see if I could get a different room, but I'm actually curious to see a first floor room, and I think maybe you guys would be interested in seeing that as well. I walked all the way down the hall, but it wasn't a far walk, but you do see the door at the very end. So let's go inside and see the room. Actually, when you exit this door, if you go down this path, first you'll see Dockside Inn directly across, but you have your own little private walking path, and you're much closer to the shuttle buses to take you to City Walk and Volcano Bay. Turned on all the lights so we can see everything. If you did see the Dockside Suite video, you'll see that it is very similar, but there will be a few differences. So let's get into it. Let's check out the entire room. Here is the entryway when you first walk in. So I want to note one difference between Dockside and Surfside, at least for this room. In my Dockside video, I had to put a key card in for all the lights to work. Here I don't. That could be something to do with the fact that I'm in one of those hearing accessible rooms, which I don't know why I'm in, but that could be a reason, but I don't have to do that here. So when you do walk in, it isn't the biggest space in the world, but it is spacious enough that right over here, you can definitely close up a stroller and fit it over there if you need to. You also have the full-length mirror here with the 4 heavy-duty hooks on the wall, which I love. So far, I've seen this mirror in every room I have stayed at in both Dockside and Surfside, and it is great. And then you have this really great surfboard dividing up the room. I love it. It's so, so cool. To the left of the door, we do have our little kitchenette area. It's actually pretty spacious. Someone in my other video commented, where do you hang out? Like, this is actually really comfortable. I hung out in this area quite a bit. We have 2 chairs, and as I mentioned in the other video, it looks like a whimsy wicker chair, but it's not. These are iron or like heavy duty legs here, and this is very comfortable. It has the bench here, and this is like heavy duty, like this is heavy. This isn't like flimsy. The table isn't flimsy either. It's a very nice bench, and you do have the ottoman, which unfortunately does not open for storage, but I think it's a really nice little seating area. Again, this is a value resort, so like this is a value resort and you're getting all this space. So if you want more space, you're not going to get that here at a value resort. But for a value resort, you're getting all this extra space. I think this is really great. And I was able to definitely hang out in this area quite a bit, and I had a really great time. Above the table is this shelf. You have a little picture on top, and on this shelf is your ice bucket and tray. And I actually texted, because there's a texting service where you can text a real person at the hotel, if this was part of the hotel or if someone left this here, these plates and this bowl, and they said this is part of the hotel. And I only asked because that was not in the Dockside room, and I just wanted to make sure. Then we have another shelf, and then finally we have the actual little kitchenette area. We have a little microwave, but it's actually like a pretty decent size. It's not like the smallest microwave in the world, but it's not like huge either. Then below that we have the mini fridge, and I love it because it's a huge mini fridge, plus it has lots of door storage. I was able to fit a bunch. It's the same size over a Dockside. I was able to fit a bunch of stuff, lots of leftovers, lots of stuff to keep in the room in here. It's a great fridge. We have our little tiny sink here, and then we have our little Cuisinart single serve coffee maker with our hot cups and cold cups. And then in this drawer right here, you will find your cutlery and your coffee and condiments for the coffee. And then underneath that is some extra little storage right here. And no, that is not a drawer. And that is your little kitchenette area. And I really love it. To me, that is the best perk of the room. I actually think it's a really great size. And like, especially for the price, it's such a great extra thing to have, you know, to have on vacation, to have with other people. And especially that fridge, it's so big. You can fit so much in there. It's so great to have this extra space when you're away. Let's now turn around to the main room. Here in the main room, we have 2 out of the 3 beds. This room does fit up to 6 people. And here is the first bed. And underneath, I want to show you, of all the beds, they have this really great storage to put your luggage or whatever underneath. And these are not, again, I am still unclear on the size of the beds because they just call them standard. So I think it's a queen. I think they're queen. I think they're at least big enough to be considered a queen bed, but they won't call them that because they look bigger than a double, but they are calling them a standard size bed. Each bed has their own little reading light over it. Surfside has their really cool surfing photos on top. And then in the center between the beds, we have our little alarm clock and a little shelf. And we have our little trunk, again, like over at Dockside. And in our standard rooms, we cannot open this. Can't open it. But it's a great little nightstand and it looks very, very cute. On the opposite side, we have our TV and our dresser. Let's get a closer look. Worry less and surf more. I love the photo there. And we have our the rundown, all the good to know info you'll need. All the breakdown and stuff. They'll also give you a map on your check-in. And then over here we have our phone and a little notepad and pen. And now here's where I have some issues with the room, and it is the lack of storage. So here is, for this main room, all of the storage for clothing. You have these 3 drawers, which I can see right here. This one drawer is actually a little bit messed up, but they're not that big. You only get 3, and then you get these hooks, and that is it. And that is kind of the biggest downfall of the room, is the lack of clothing storage space. First of all, I love this light. That is different than in the other room. But I do wish that there was something here. Like I said last time, I put my bags there for now. They could have added something else over here for extra storage space. But yeah, that is where the room is definitely lacking. Over there is your temperature control, but that is the reality. This is the TV. It's not the biggest TV, but that is your little dresser area. Again, it's definitely where the room falls flat for me. It's just not enough storage, in my opinion. And if you need a closet, there will be one in the other room, which we will see shortly. But get ready to be a little disappointed with the closet size. Before we leave this room, we have our curtains and our blackout curtains, and let's go look at the first floor view. Here is the view from my room, and I did not request or pay for a pool view room, so I was given one, which is very nice, so you can see that. I would be curious to see if this would have a lot of foot traffic of where I am. Right now it's like later in the evening and it's like about to like rain a lot, like it's already started to rain. But yeah, I don't think like there would be like a ton of privacy. I mean, there is curtains obviously, but if you do like to keep your curtains open, I would definitely request a higher room, because obviously you can see there's a gate right to the pool right outside your window. So just be aware if you are booking one of these suites to maybe ask for a higher floor if you do like that type of privacy. Okay, now let's head into, I know what you want to see. You want to see the private room. Let's go see the private room. Here is the private room. It's one standard bed. It's the same size as the other room. Let's take a deeper look into it. Let me show you the best part of this room. you can lock the door. Because sometimes after spending an entire day at a theme park with the people you love, you just want to go into a room and close and lock the door, and it's okay. And you can do that here. It's really okay. It's okay. You can do it here. But it's also really great for parents with kids who just want a little privacy at the end of the day as well. But it's also okay to want to just close and lock the door after a long day with your family. It's really okay. You can tell me in the comments how much you want to do it. I won't blame you. I understand. I really understand. It's okay. It saves the vacation. The door saves the vacation. But let's see the rest of the room. After the wonderful locked door, this is where the safe is in the room. Very easy to use. And then on the wall here is, first of all, they added in this room this really cool little, like, would you call it a sconce? I don't really know what you would call it, but it's very cool. And you have your TV on the wall. And then below it, just like in the private room in Dockside, is this weird shelf bar with only 3 hooks. That's really it over here. Plus you have one ottoman in the corner, and again, this one does not open up for storage. Now it's time to look at the closet, and I will always point out how much I hate the curtains on the closets at Surfside and Dockside. I just think they're so tacky looking. I really do love these resorts, but this is like the worst part for me. I know it's so small and ridiculous, but it looks like when you share a studio apartment with 3 people in New York City and you just try to make the best of it. This is still a hotel, and I just think it's super tacky looking, and that's just my opinion. I mean, I understand it's because, you know, it's for space, but I feel like there could have been a better solution that looked a little bit better. But anyway, inside of the closet, up top we have some extra bedding. We have a pillow and an extra blanket. Inside the closet itself, we have some hangers. We have a full-size ironing board, and we have our iron, and we have a luggage rack. Now, this closet is pretty small considering this room is for 6 people. So if you do like to hang your clothes, be aware that, you know, this is a shared space, especially if you do have 6 people, that you may have to, you know, pick and choose what you want to hang up in here. Then you have the bed. The bed is the same size as the other beds inside. You have floating shelves on both sides, a reading light on both sides. The remote is wrapped up, which means it has been cleaned. And then underneath, just like the other beds, they have that storage where you can put your luggage. This room does have its own window. Let's see the view from here for fun. And here is the view from the bedroom. Obviously, it's very similar. Actually, you have like a nice big plant here for a little extra coverage, but you know, same deal. If you want more privacy, definitely get a higher room. And that is the private room. Moving on, let's check out the vanity area. We have a lot of space in the vanity area, which is great because, again, this room does, sleep up to 6 people. We have a lit up mirror here, and we have a double sink. We have our surf and sand facial soap bar. We have some tissues. We have towels. We have towels underneath. You can always ask for more, of course. And we have a Conair small hair dryer. So if you need a bigger one, make sure you bring your own. But that's really it for the vanity area, but it is nice and spacious. Let's head into the actual bathroom. It is a shower tub combo in the bathroom. It does have that cool flooring. Not the biggest bathroom in the world, but I guess it does the job. Shower tub combo. In here we have our surf and sand shampoo and conditioner and bath bar. Each Universal hotel themes their soap to whatever hotel that they're at. And then we have does it have the thing here? It does. Our clothesline here that you can pull and attach to there. And let's check out the water pressure. Pretty decent water pressure. It's not like the hardest pressure in the world, but it's not wimpy whatsoever. It will definitely do the job. And now it's time for my favorite part of my room tours, the outlet sitch. Outlets are important. They charge our devices, and our devices are very important. And sometimes they also like plug in our medicine and do lots of other wonderful things. So we need to have enough outlets for 6 people in this room. So let's count up all the outlets and see if it meets the Hijinx outlet seal of approval. We have 2 regular outlets by the table. I will count this as 2 because this is easy to unplug. 2 regular by the coffee maker. 2 regular, 1 USB, 1 USB-C by the dresser. 2 regular, 1 USB, 1 USB-C by the alarm clock. 2 on the left side of the vanity. And I'm gonna count this as 2 as well on the right side of the vanity because that's just the hair dryer and it's easy to unplug. Under the TV in the private room, we have 2 regular, 1 USB, 1 USB-C. In the private room on the right side of the bed, we have 1 regular outlet and 1 USB. See the difference between why I'm not counting this one? This is a light that needs to stay plugged in. And on the left side of the bed, we have 1 regular and 1 USB. So there was a total of 16 regular outlets, 5 USB, and 3 USB-Cs for a total of 24 charging stations. So if there were 6 people in the room, that would be about 4 charging stations per person. Now, I think that would be totally fine, and I just want to look at it in another way just so that my bases are covered here because I'm so serious about this outlet situation. Not everybody yet has USB-C, especially for iPhones. So if we were to take away the USB-C and just use regular outlets and USB, that would still be 21, and if we divide that by 6, that's still 3.5 outlets per person roughly. So I still think that's okay. So just from that alone, with that and with the USB-C, I will give this room the Hijinx outlet seal of approval. Well, my dudes, that is the 2-bedroom suite over at Universal's Endless Summer Surfside Inn Suites. I really like this room, especially for the price. I only paid, as a pass holder, $119 to stay here tonight, which is cheaper than like our regular hotel room sometimes. And I know that's at a pass holder rate, but I think it was only like $20 like less expensive, which is still really great considering this is for 6 people. I really recommend doing a 2-bedroom suite here or at Dockside. I think you get so much space for the price, plus you get all of the Universal benefits. You get early park admission, you get transportation to the parks. I think it's also a really great resort on top of it. Go check out that resort tour if you haven't seen it already. I think it is such a great option if you're looking to stay on property at Universal and get some extra room. Let me know what you think of this room in the comments. Would you stay here or do you think this is a skip for you? Have you stayed here before? Please let me know your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it, and it would definitely help others who are planning their trips in the future. Let me know about any experience that you've had at Surfside as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit your bell notifications so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Check out my Patreon, become a patron. You'll get exclusive bonus content, and you'll be helping me to continue to bring you great content here on this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.